Hey everyone. Today I'm going to jump into looking at these cards because there's quite a few, so I don't want this video to run too long as well. So I'm going to start by reading this one. It says, tear a large piece of paper into tiny bits on your table. Blow steadily upon the table till the bits of paper are all on the floor. Pick them up and put them on the table. Puff 3 times upon them and see if they all fall on the floor. Gather the pieces and throw them away. So tilt this down. So here's my paper. So I'm going to blow steadily. Got almost all of them. Now the second action the card asked me to perform was to puff 3 times upon them and see if they all fall on the floor. So nice. So I just performed 2 actions, blow and puff. So today we're looking at words that tell us what action to perform, and those we call verbs. So any word that tells us to describe an action are known as verbs. And these cards you noticed are red, and that's just to distinguish that we're working with verbs right now. So I'll go ahead and go through a couple more just to demonstrate. Again, these are great cards, especially verb cards to act out or demonstrate with by yourself or with some friends or family and get an idea of what to do. So this next card reads, roll your handkerchief into a ball, toss it into the air, pick it up again, and hurl it against the wall. So I'm going to roll my handkerchief into a ball, kind of crumpling it up, toss it into the air, okay, this is a toss that I did. Then it says pick it up again and hurl it against the wall. So if you notice here, I'm going to hurl it at the camera just so you guys have an idea. It is throwing with greater force than a toss, of course. And you guys might figure out that I like to throw things. It's fun. Okay, and this last card reads, rise from your chair and crouch behind the table as though you were playing hide and seek. Rise and go back to your chair. So I'm going to rise from my chair right now. And then I'm going to crouch behind the table. Crouch behind the table. So I'm getting really low. Then it said to rise and go back to your chair. So rise and go back to your chair. Right? So just so everyone had a chance to see the card. So one other thing that you'll see with these verb cards, probably in a different video, is when we work with tenses. There are 12 tenses in the English language: past, present, and future, continuous, perfect tenses, simple forms, continuous forms, future, as like I said. And when we talk about language, we talk about time relationships. So we're talking about now, in the past, or in the future. So we always change, the verb always changes. And I'm sure this is the case for all languages. And so that's no different with English. So we will look at the time how time changes and how we talk about time, and we do that by talking about the action words, the verbs. So these red cards. So they're very, very important in language, in all languages. So here I'm going to go through these as quickly as I can. This reads, go to either the door or the window, open it and inhale and exhale the fresh air 5 times. Then after a moment, inhale once and hold your breath as long as you can. When you can hold it no longer, exhale as slowly as you can. So inhale, exhale. And I'm missing the word, exhale. Okay, so inhale, exhale, and then hold. Same verb as hold the card, right? You can hold your breath too. Okay? So if you notice, a lot of these actions, these words are similar to one another. This reads, go to your table and with your eyes shut, touch it as though to recognize it. Open your eyes and rub the table with the tips of your fingers, bearing down as hard as you can. Graze the table with the tips of your fingers. Excuse me. There you go, guys. Turn a picture toward one of your friends so that he can see it clearly. Invert the picture so that it will be upside down. Invert. Right? Reverse the picture so that the back only can be seen by your friend. Reverse. Hang one of your drawings on a hook in the room. Attach a drawing with 2 pins on the bulletin board. Breathe softly on the back of your hand. Blow on the back of your hand. Puff on the back of your hand. Now pant noisily as if you had been running. Right. After you run a marathon. Go to the door and open it wide. Then close the door gently. Now lock the door. Before you go away, unlock it again so that everything is left just as you found it. And I'm missing the verb lock here in the small cards there. This one's always kind of fun to reenact. Walk to the end of the room farthest from your table. March back to your seat as though you were keeping time with the music. Stagger across the room as though you were very dizzy. Take a box full of beads or markers or any other objects you have around you and a big tray. Spread the objects or beads evenly around the center of the tray. Now collect them in a heap in the center of the tray. Take a handful of beads or objects and scatter them over the tray. Put the beads or objects back into the box. Okay, take a counter or a cell phone or a pen or any other object and put it on the floor. Pick it up again and throw it on the floor. So if you're using a cell phone, I wouldn't recommend throwing your cell phone on the floor. Just a kind disclaimer, warning. Take a container with water and sprinkle 2 or 3 handfuls on a plant in the room. So I happen to have some water here next to me. So I take a handful of water and sprinkle it. Stand with your back to the window and turn slowly on your heel till you face the window. Whirl on your heel completely around till you face the window again. Sorry guys, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. But again, if you want to look at these in greater detail, feel free to pause it. If you want to skip over some, you can fast forward. Go to the sofa and lie with your face to the wall. Now rise, go to your table, and sit with your head straight up. Ask one of your friends to listen carefully to what you say. Murmur a short sentence as though you were speaking to yourself. Mutter the same words in a louder voice and see whether he understands. Whisper the same words in his ear. Whisper the same words in his ear. Sorry guys, this one's long. Okay, and then the last one, speak the same words aloud and as distinctly as you can. Take a book and a large piece of cloth, lay the book on your table and cover it with the cloth. Take the cloth and wrap it around the book so that the book cannot be seen. Tie a string around the cloth so that the book will not fall out. Undo the bundle and return each object to the place where you found it. So if any of you guys do gift wrapping for birthdays or any other special holidays, this is what you're doing essentially, right? Go to the cabinet and take a box of objects in your hands. Put the box back in its place. Run to the sofa. Seize the cushion and run around the room holding it in your arms. All right. And last one, guys. Take the hand mirror, or you could take a phone. Breathe upon the glass. All right. And I can clean it. All right, guys. So again, we just went through words that we use to describe actions, or how to, to describe actions, which are verbs. I hope this was helpful. Again, I hope, as always, you guys stay happy, safe, and healthy. Take care and have a good night.